What's going on, everybody? Deal or No Deal here, and today I am playing some Kill Confirmed on mission using the M16 with a hybrid sight, which is pretty cool because this is my first game using it, and I kind of like it because I was using a red dot sight before, and then now I have more options. I have the holographic sight, which in essence is the same thing, and then I have the ACOG that I can switch to. So I can work the ranges of the M16 a little bit more, and when I couple that with the marksman perk that I'm using, the long ranges are much easier for me to handle, and a lot of enemies cannot handle the long ranges due to a lot of the guns having recoil. So it works to my advantage. I end up getting a pretty good score in the end. A little too many deaths for my liking, but I thought it was a good gameplay nonetheless. So I hope you guys enjoy, and one little quick tip I'm going to throw at you before I get into my main topic is if you're using the hybrid sight, if you sprint and switch your sight, you switch the sight at double the speed, which is kind of useful because it takes a little too long for my liking to switch the sights. So sprint while you do it, and you switch much faster. But anyways, the topic I would like to discuss today is about Assassin. Now, I made a prediction before Modern Warfare 3 came out, saying that Assassin was going to be an overpowered perk. And a lot of people argued against me because they brought up the blind eye and Assassin thing, how that ghost perk from Black Ops was separated into two different perks. And, you know, for a while I was like, okay, that might balance it out. But I think it got worse. I honestly, truthfully believe that Assassin is a worse perk than Ghost was. And here's my argument. The first thing is, Ghost only countered a couple things. It countered the UAV, and it countered kill streaks. Now, with doing that, it also kept the red name off them. So there was overall three perks within the actual perk that you choose. Assassin has a lot more going for it. You're off the UAVs. You're off advanced UAVs. You're not affected by counter UAVs or EMPs. You're not affected by motion sensors, I think. That one I'm not sure of, but I know you're off the heartbeat sensors. Your name doesn't show up. There are a lot of things going on in that perk, and I think there's too many that, you know, to the point where it does become the best perk in the game because it's got so much going for it. Now, with all those abilities, it does even more than that. So you're off so many of these kill streaks, you know. That's 4 kill streaks. The UAV, advanced UAV, counter UAV, and EMP. Those are 4 kill streaks that don't affect you. Now, I don't understand why you're not affected by the counter or the EMP. That's something we've never seen before, and quite frankly, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And it makes, you know, the EMP useless. The EMP, I think, is a 15 or 16 kill streak, something like that. Very high up. I think it's 18 in the support. So to nullify that with a perk, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem balanced. And then something like the UAV and counter UAV, though lower kill streaks, it's annoying because it makes it almost to the point where these are useless. Even the advanced UAV, something really high up there, should work similar to the Blackbird, doesn't display Assassins. Which is very frustrating when a lot of people are running Assassin. And as we can tell from playing the game for a while, Assassin is a very popular perk. It was obviously going to be the best perk in the game. Now, then you want to make the argument about the names. It should display the names. You shouldn't have that invisibility of your name. I always thought that was kind of strange. It kind of catered to camping a little bit more. As you can see, people camping in bushes and stuff. And it also nullifies the marksman perk, the perk that I'm using now. As you'll notice at some points in the video, I'm aiming these long ranges of sights and I don't get the name. And it's frustrating because you shouldn't have that immunity. That's something I don't think that should ever have existed in the game. But now it makes the game even worse in terms of marksman. Because that guy right there, his name didn't display. Now granted I could see him, but I'm using marksman, which gives me that ability. It should counter assassin. I think that would kind of balance it out and make the perk a little bit more popular. Because marksman is not a very popular perk. Even though I think it's an amazing perk. So I don't really lean towards using it anymore because assassin is so popular. Which is really frustrating because I do like the perk. I like having that long range advantage. So, as we can see, Assassin counters a lot of things. So then we want to argue the other red perks, because the red perks is supposed to be like the best perks in the game, or I think that's at least how I take it. So, let's go over them. We have Quick Draw. Quick Draw is probably the next most used perk, and one of my favorites, if not my favorite. It allows faster ADS and faster use of equipment. Very useful perk. It actually works a lot for you. I think it's fair. Nothing wrong with it. Then we does it balance with Assassin though? I think it can, because those are usually the 2 red perks that you see. Then we move on to Blast Shield, something that I was loving on paper before I actually played the game. Because you had the Flak Jacket ability from Black Ops, plus the Tactical Mask Pro ability, and a couple of those together I thought was going to be amazing. Not quite the case, because Infinity Ward, I think, screwed it up. The immunity to explosions, or the resistance, rather, isn't as strong as Flak Jacket was in Black Ops, which is disappointing, because I thought Flak Jacket was a very fair perk. So that right there isn't too motivating to use the perk. But then the pro ability, this immunity to flashes and stuns, doesn't actually work. I think it nullifies like a second or two from the the effects of those grenades, but overall you're still affected, and it makes the perk useless. You can still use it a little bit, but I think it definitely needs a buff in order to be competitive with the other perks. Then we move on to Hardline. Hardline, good perk. It's always been around since Modern Warfare 2. The 1 kill streaks being shorter, plus, or excuse me, the kill streaks being 1 kill shorter, plus the 2 assists counting as a kill. Very cool. I like it. I don't think it necessarily compares with the other 2 perks being Assassin and Quick Draw, because it's not really doing anything for your character. It's just helping you out a little bit. And in terms of aid, it just doesn't do as much as the other ones do. Because Quick Draw helps a lot with your combat. Assassin helps just a lot in general, as we went over. So it's a good perk. It's a viable perk, but it doesn't compare. And then going to the last perk being Overkill. It's a cool perk. I'm glad it's back. However, just it's not compared, because it doesn't actually do anything for your character. It just gives you an extra weapon, which I can just pick up someone else's primary that I kill, and all of a sudden it's like I'm running Overkill. So cool perk and everything, just I don't think it compares to the rest of them. So basically you have Quick Draw and Assassin for your 2 red perks, and Assassin just does a lot more for you than Quick Draw does. So why should I use anything but Assassin? Now that's what the casual player is probably going over in their head, and I hate people who use it, but at the same time, can you really argue, because Assassin's just so useful. So useful, especially because support, you have all these UAVs and counter UAVs now, so more people are apt to use Assassin, which makes the game more frustrating, and it's just the same issue we've been seeing over and over again. So what do I think they should do with Assassin? Well, I really can't come up with a fix, but I can tell you what you can do. In the next Call of Duty, don't include it. Just don't include it, or if you do, don't give it so many abilities, because it is frustrating, it provokes camping, and we have Black Ops again, basically. Same camping, the same BS, and it makes it a frustrating game. Anyway, guys, that's it for my rant. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Leave your feedback below on your whole idea of the topic, because I truly believe Assassin does ruin this game. Anyways, final score for this game, I believe, is 40-12. As I said, too many deaths for my liking, and we ended up losing, which kind of sucks. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and maybe you'll use the M16 with the hybrid. It's pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.